Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My track guide for the VIR South layout in the Toyota GR86. Let's get into it. You want to take the shortest route possible all the way up to turn 1, so I'm starting out on the right side of the track, and when I get close to the braking point I'll go over to the left side of the track. This will help us drive those fewer meters. My braking point is going to be the tire wall here on the left. Once we are on the same line as that, we will begin to brake. And I aim for about 90% brake pressure, and we want to brake into the first apex, because we have to look at turn 1 and 2 as one big corner. After your apex in turn 1, you want to track out with the car a little bit, so it's easier to get around turn 2. Just before the curb of turn 2 is where we want to apply the throttle again, staying off the curbs at all times. You can see I hit them and it is unsettling the car quite a lot, making me lose time. And of course we want to use all the available room on the outside to help carry out as much speed as possible. Turn 3 is flat out and you want to be on the right side of the track for turn 4. 4, 5 and 6 are quite tricky, but you can gain quite a lot of time here. We want to start to brake when we go uphill. I couldn't find any physical markers, so I felt that going up the hill was the best marker. When I start to brake I go to about 75% brake pressure, and I'm easing that off all the way to the curb. Here we want to get up on the curb, all of them both for 4, 5 and 6. Once on the curb you should apply partial throttle again to help stabilize the car. Then I'm using the curb of turn 5 as my braking marker for turn 6. Once I'm off the curb I go to about 70% brake pressure, really quickly easing off the brake, down to first gear. Then I go up on the curb and start to apply the throttle again. I do ease it in just a little bit to make sure the car will remain stable. And of course use all available room on the outside here. For turn 7 you want to be on the left side of the track. And the best braking marker I could find was this lavatory here on the right side of the track. If you're running lower graphics you might not have it, and you should still be able to use the tire wall over on the right as well. When I start to lose that out of my vision, then I'll start to brake and I aim for about 90% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to the curb on the inside. This curb we don't want to touch at all. It will lift the entire right side of the car, so don't hit it. When we get to the curb I'll start to apply the throttle again. Then you want to let the car walk out to the left side of the track, so you don't understeer too wildly, since we are going downhill here. Now we're full throttle all the way up to turn 11. Now it's all about making it easy for the car and be smooth with the steering inputs, since we don't want to scrub off any speed at all. Turn 10 you can cut the curb, just make sure you don't hit it too hard, so you'll be spit out on the right side of the track. For turn 11 you want to be on the left side of the track. We're going to sacrifice a little bit of turn 11 to get a better exit out of turn 12. My braking marker is the one board here on the left. When I get to that I start to brake and go to about 65% brake pressure, and then we're aiming for the outside curb of turn 12, and we want to be easing off all the way out to that curb. Once we're at that curb you should have slowed down enough to be able to turn the car in. I turn in so I cut a little bit of the curb of turn 12, and just before we get to the curb of turn 12 we want to apply the throttle again. Here you want to ease it in, just to make sure you don't understeer off the corner. And then we want to get a good run, so use all available room here on the outside. And that's my lap around VIR South in the GR86 of a time of 1 minute 14.5. I have more track guides for the GR86 linked down below. Hopefully you found this one useful. If you did, leave a like down below. Consider subscribing as well. And now for the uninterrupted hot laps.